Hello gamers! It's that time of the year again when nerds nut over pixels on a screen, and this time a 4D representation of Keanu Reeves. Honestly, it boggles my mind to see how far video game graphics have come. They continue to blur the lines between video games, cinema, and reality. Like honestly, I can't tell the difference. Is this the actual Keanu Reeves? Or is this a CGI representation of him? Doesn't matter, he's a real life action hero and an immortal vampire. So, who cares? So now that the conference is over, let's take a moment to go over the most iconic moments, my top highlights, and my most highly anticipated games to come out of the conference this year. Starting right off the bat with the Final Fantasy VII Remake. And honestly, this latest trailer said, bisexuals, come get your juice. Now, I never played the original Final Fantasy VII. I was just a baby grade schooler when it came out. However, I can only imagine the excitement fans are experiencing right now to see their favorite characters go from Minecraft figures to this beautiful magical glow up. I mean, look at Tifa, look at her, look at this woman in all her glory. These people are very beautiful people, and I'm so bi right now for them. Oh god, someone stop me. Now, before fans yell at me in the comments about, hey, what about Advent Children or Dissidia Sephiroth existed there too? What I mean specifically is that this is the first time these characters have existed within this story with this degree of graphics. Is that a fair point? Also, I'm really excited to see the current gameplay system. It looks way more fluid, way more dynamic compared to some of the slower, more turn-based game mechanics in the older Final Fantasy games. So I'm excited for that. Like, Tifa's gameplay and kicky flips look amazing. The one thing that's got me nervous about this game is the choice in voice actors. For whatever reason, they decided to use the cast of Teen Wolf for the main protagonist and villain. When Sephiroth delivered the lines, "Hold on to that hatred," I didn't get silver-haired daddy with mommy issues. All I got was mommy issues. So, I might end up going with the English subtitles with the Japanese voice actors speaking for that one. But yeah, I'm gonna try to remain cautiously optimistic for the voice actors here. Ooh boy. Okay, moving on, and I have tons more game goodness as well as my personal fave for last, so stick around till the end. And next we have a game that speaks to me on a spiritual level. Ghostwire Tokyo features a protagonist who wields a bow and magic while investigating the mass disappearances in Tokyo while fighting the supernatural. And that's a lot to unpack, but if you look at the trailer, we see like the incorporation of Japanese folklore with the Oni and tons of symbolism, like with the shrine and with the red spider lily. Like if you've read or watched Tokyo Ghoul, that flower is symbolic of death. So I'm here for like the heavy metaphors and symbolism. And I believe the artistic director, I think she's artistic director, Ikumi Nakamura. She was involved with Okami as well. She promises, and she's adorable, that this game is going to be spooky. So I'm here for the conspiracy theories, I'm here for the occult, and I'm here for the men in black hats. So sign me up for this one, folks. I am so on board for this. And horror fans can rejoice again because the Blairwitch is going to be made into a video game. And I feel like this movie was honestly perfectly made to be translated into a survival horror game. There's already tons of games out there, like I believe Outlast 2 and kind of a smaller maybe indie game called 1999, where you use a video recorder and a flashlight within the game, and it just adds this degree of anxiety because you don't want the batteries to go out. And two, it adds this wonderful degree of immersion. So it's a great game mechanic, and I'm excited to see it used here. However, the one huge downside is that it's an Xbox exclusive. So I feel like there is a missed opportunity here. I felt like this game would have been incredible in VR. Hopefully it will later, but maybe Xbox is sparing us right now from peeing our pants and breaking all our furniture due to that degree of immersion. It's too much, too far, too deep. And PC gamers, don't worry, I still have a game for you. That's Baldur's Gate 3, and in the trailer we get this very cinematic scene where we see a man stumbling through a ruined city, and slowly he turns into a squid, or Cthulhu, or some sort of cephalopod. Regardless, you know that I'm a huge fan of D&D and RPG. That's classical RPG, so I am totally on board for Baldur's Gate 3. Yes, it's spooky demon hordes. Maybe I'm gonna play a paladin. We'll see. And dun 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 dun. Okay, I don't know if you can't tell my shirt, but I am losing my mind right now over seeing a new game in my most favorite franchise of all time, Zelda. We're getting a sequel to Breath of the Wild, and giddy up, folks, giddy up. And for the first time since Twilight Princess, it looks like we have a familiar face, and that's Ganondorf. And I just need to point out that he's a mummy right now. And I don't think I should even be surprised by the internet any longer, but people are already thirsting over mummified Ganondorf. Like, their drool has rehydrated him, and they're drawing him as sexy Ganondorf. Like, all my life, I have seen more than my share of Zelda porn. And here we go again. It just keeps coming, folks. Rule 34. If it exists, people will loot it.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not.
Alright, mini rant over. Let's go over the actual game, what we know about the story so far, and what we can maybe surmise from the trailer. And for starters, the game developers have promised that this game is going to be darker than Majora's Mask. And that has me scared, fam. I don't know where it can go or how that could happen, because Majora's Mask features an apocalyptic moon and sent me through an existential crisis. And the reason why I loved probably Twilight Princess so much for its complexity is because it dealt with the duality of light and darkness. So I'm hoping it follows that thematic path instead of just being darkness and despair, because the one thing that has me hopeful right now is that I am seeing a lot of elements incorporated from Twilight Princess, like with the glowing hands. They remind me of Midna's little glowing hand thing. And if you listen to the discordant bells and chimes, that music completely reminds me of the Twilight realm. I would like to see a reappearance of some of the Twilight, especially if it's a descendant of Midna, because she was one of my favorite companions of the series. She's a fantastic character, and she was actually useful. And I'm also kind of hoping to see a Mulan-style hair-cutting sequence from Zelda, and I think finally, after so many timelines and reiterations of the game, it would kind of be cool to see a redemption arc for Ganondorf. I feel like it's time for that. That would be cool to see. I don't know. But I am so ready for this game. Lastly, shout out to Nintendo for prioritizing the health of their employees by pushing back the release date of Animal Crossing. And I completely respect that decision, especially in an industry that is notorious for overworking their employees. I am willing to wait. I'd rather have a better product than a half-baked one. So it's a win-win for everyone. Good on Nintendo for being wholesome and pure, and that sucks that their stocks declined. Shame on those people for not caring about the people making their product. That's my PSA. Alright, that's all I have to say about this year's conference. Let me know what your favorite highlights were and what games you're most excited to play down in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the flip side. See ya!